So the next question that I want to ask is, what is one fun interactive thing that you guys have done in the Zoom space or on digital discipleship?
I've been involved in, I have a DM group, a group of people that have, in the language of life groups or small groups, done life together, online for a long time. We get together occasionally and have game nights. And so there are games that you can play and everybody can connect through the site, and then everybody plays together. And that's a lot of fun. We also have done movie nights like that, where everybody streams the same movie at the same time and watches it and then has conversations about it.
That sounds really, really fun.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome. What about you guys? What kind of fun interactive thing have you done?
I'm thinking that once I was in a Zoom prayer meeting, and at the end, the person leading the prayer said, "This might not work out really well for us, but we should sing a song together." And it was like an early morning prayer session. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and everyone, like 40 people on this call, unmute their mics, and they just start singing the doxology. And it was like, I had so much fun because it was funny, but it was also like, what an unusual opportunity. We're all like 3 seconds away from each other on the song we're singing. But that's one of the things that came to mind about that. So.
Goodness, I was brought up a memory for me where we did communion, and they said, whatever you got around you, doesn't matter if it's Oreos and milk, just go grab something and we're going to do communion together. And so it was kind of funny, but it was also an opportunity to really do something together that has some meaning, So any other things come to mind about fun things that you do for interaction?
Yeah, play is real hard for me just in normal life, but I realize how valuable it was in this space where we're trying to get to know each other. So we started a life group online, and so we just spent the whole first week asking random questions of each other to learn about each other. Now, in reference to games and songs, it doesn't sound like maybe much, but it was fun. It was fun to get to know people from all over the world. Speaking of context, right? The snacks that they have that don't even exist, right? And you're like, wow, what's that? And the potential of that growing into a friendship where maybe you play games now and it goes beyond just a study.
Good.
Another game we did when I was working with our children's pastor and we were doing some online things with our children is there's a game that I've played at women's ministry events or at like those jewelry parties that you go to. That's the purse game where it's like whoever has this in their purse, But we would say, the first person who can come back with a panda stuffed animal, or the first person who can come back with, the TV remote from your brother's room or something, and they would run off, and whoever came back with it first, got a point. And so then they racked up points that way. That was fun.
Really fun.
Yeah.
When the pandemic hit and our youth group went online, one of the things that we did was we asked the question, what is something that's like unique to your house that other people be like, that is a weird thing to have in your house, And so they did the same thing. They all like set off for that 5 minutes or so to kind of find a strange object they had in the house. They had to bring it back, and they had to tell us the story of why this item existed in their house. And so it was a good way just to get to know people at a level that you wouldn't have if you're sitting, in a small group room at church or on a Sunday morning service.
Yeah, we also this summer, and it's not over yet, so we don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it turns out well. But we've had a challenge that has gone on all summer long with the youth. And some of the activities on this challenge are in-person things. Like one of the activities is find Pastor Chris in the wild and hit him with a water balloon, which I think to this point he's remained.
It's not happened yet.
Unhit. So, but there's also challenges on there about making a TikTok that features your faith, or make a video. What was the one about Ratatouille, where you and your friends just do the storyline of Ratatouille and you make the video? And so just different ways that they are connecting. And when they do some of the in-person things, they have to send a video, or they have to transmit whatever the proof is electronically. So it carries on. It's more than just the one experience, but it's using those digital tools to stay connected with your people across a long period of time, where they are often on vacation or they can become disconnected.
And another thing I like about that is it gives an insight into their context, so the other students can actually see a little bit more about the individual context that their fellow students are experiencing. And somewhat like Lindsay, I have a challenge being whimsical. It was never really in my nature. And I had a coach whose email signature is Chief Balloon Blower. And I thought, okay, how could I take that and incorporate that for myself to have a little more whimsy in my life? And so we do bubbles. So in my Zoom rooms, we have like anytime anybody does anything that's progressive, everybody blows bubbles. So all of my students have a little thing of bubbles right next to their camera, and somebody goes, well, doesn't that deserve bubbles? And so they've learned that this is, what we do to celebrate each other. And it's a really simple way because you can get 3 jars for $1, but it's really, really a fun way, again, to create that interaction between the students. So thank you, everyone.
Love that.